What does that cause in a child when they hear parents arguing over money and battling over bills?
They see money as an absolute, like, firecracker for fights. It's immediate rejection of this idea of money. They have a negative connotation to it right away. And then when there is money involved, parents are buying the things for them. Like, every parent has this struggle. They think that, oh yeah, I just want to take care of them. Like, let's go out, let's go on the trip. I want to buy this for you.
I want to give them what I didn't have.
That's right. I want to give them all the things I never had growing up. I want to give them all the opportunities I never had. I don't want them to have to deal with the crap I dealt with. That's what parents say. And it's out of love.
The intention is good,
but it's the fastest way to entitle them.
Wow.
See, we have an epidemic of entitlement, and parents don't realize it because it's coming from a place of love. So what we're trying to get parents to do is be like really clear on how do you teach what money is, start with value creation, and have open conversations. Like, we have 200 dinner table questions for families in our free community. It's like the dinner table, whatever, we'll give you the links. But you go through this with your kids in an open way. If you're investing, why are you not teaching your children, even as young as 6 years old, what the investment was, what the return is, how it's going to help create value for people, and why you're excited about it?
Right.
Everyone doesn't do that. When you're giving as a parent, if you're donating to something, why are you not bringing your kids into the conversation? Ask them if they think there's a better idea, or who else they might want to give to, or tell them what the service does, or the value that it creates in the gift. You bring your kids along with you. I bring my kids on most trips.
Yes.
Like, they're young still, but I want them like learning from other people. Here's a powerful one. Families that have parents traveling, like if dad travels a lot or mom travels for work, that wreaks havoc because you never know until it's too late when there's lashing out and things happen. Here's a brilliant hack. So what you do is you sit your kids down before you leave. You say, hey guys, daddy or mommy, daddy's going to be going on this trip. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm representing our family to help these people. And here's exactly how I'm going to be serving them. And I want you guys to be like checking in. I want to talk to you like tomorrow afternoon after, like when I'm doing this. Can we check in? And like, I want you to ask me these questions to see how it went, or pray for me during it, right? Like, and when I get back, we're going to like unpack it. I'm going to tell you how many people we got to help and what we taught them. And then we're going to do these really fun things together because I want to celebrate the trip. That conversation makes your children know that you're doing something as a team. If you don't do that, your kids think that you're going off to do something more important than they are.
Wow.
Especially to go make money, which ties it right back in. Me making money is more important than you if you don't have those open conversations.
Yes. And so how does someone, if they've never thought about creating heritage or family values or values around money, how can someone start to reprogram their psychology or mindset in order to develop something healthy around their values?
Yeah.
So they can teach that to the people in their family.
Yeah. So an easy way, every month we unpack a workshop with tons of families at dinner table. So we bring in crazy amounts of families and we teach them our core 6 strategies of legacy. And one of them is the heritage over inheritance. Okay. And it's what we've learned from the best in the world. And by the way, some of these families, you'll never meet. You'll never know. Some of these families are the billionaires that people have heard about. And I'm not talking about Rothschilds and Trumps. They have crazy in their family, right? I'm talking about families that just unbelievable in the value they create together, incredible in their heritage, absolute depth of relationship. See, here's my definition of legacy, by the way. Legacy is raising children and grandchildren to blow by you in every way.
Wow.
See, most people hear the word legacy and they go, oh, I don't want to be Rothschilds and Vanderbilts. Screw that. And I'm like, that's not what we're talking about. Or they go, you're too late, Scott. I am disqualified. My kids have these problems. I hate my in-laws.
Wow.
I'm divorced. I have business problems. And I'm like, well, time out. I've never met a family in the world that doesn't have crazy in it. Every family has crazy in it. What I'm talking about is a recipe. If you just follow the strategies, then over time, you're going to be moving in the right direction. And everyone's going to have a legacy, whether you like it or not. The question is, what kind of legacy?
Yes.
So for us, we're like, look, it's never too late. If you have something crazy in your life, I believe that God uses setbacks in our lives to be setups to help create value for other people.
Yes.
So if that's true, then you can use it to have an incredible legacy. Just follow the recipe.
So you have 6 strategies for legacy.
Yeah.
How does that work out?
So it starts with the value creation setup. So we teach those 3 buckets: material value, emotional value, and spiritual value. That's the first step. Step 2 is the home economy that I just walked you through. Expectations, expenses, and extra pay gigs. But however, there's like 300 of those. There's gigs for adult children. So I know you have listeners that have adult children, college in their 20s, and they're like, yeah, the biggest question I get is, where were you 20 years ago? And I'm like, no, time out. These things can start now.
Yeah.
So we have that whole home economy for adult children too. Then we go into heritage over inheritance. We go through your family values. What makes your DNA? And here's my tip for that. Children, like most people think that, oh yeah, we need a mission statement as a family. That's what everyone thinks. I'm like, nope. Kids don't think in terms of that. Kids think in story. You need to be telling value-based stories of your family heritage. We tell our children how our family came across the Oregon Trail.
Wow.
We have the journal of Camilla Donnell from like 5 generations ago. She was the medic, 19 years old, like crazy stories. We tell these to our kids. We go all the way back to the MacDonald clan in Scotland. We were pilgrims. Like my grandpa was in the Korean War and saved 1,000 orphans on cargo planes to come back to the U.S.
Wow.
My dad's dad invented the rope tow for skiing. Like unbelievable. Like my dad's dad and my dad built $1 billion bank. He was Ronald Reagan's bank chair.
Wow.
Barney Bixma up in Washington where we grew up. I have streets and parks named after me up north, right? My kids know these stories. But did they give me the money? No. I'm so thankful for that.
Your parents, your grandparents didn't give you the money?
They helped with some college.
Sure.
They helped with some car. And there was like a little I love you gifts when we got married. And I love you gift is good.
So that's what, like a moment in time where you guys, it's like supporting you in the launch of something, but not enabling you forever.
Yeah. I don't think helping with the home is a bad thing unless that's like kills their value creation.
Or it's almost like a reward, like, wow, you've done so well over the last 5 to 7 years. Like you've really not only lived up to the standards of like doing your best in school, but also adding value in the world. You've been a generous human being. You've shown up in service and community.
That's right.
You went on trips and spent 6 months and did whatever.
That's right.
And so, gosh, you're getting married, you're about to have a home. Here's 10 grand, here's 50 grand, or whatever it is, how much money the person has, but
$1,000. I mean, anything that you show you love them.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between I love you and coasting gifts, right? Like, and
what's the difference between that?
So the moment it crosses over to like, they're not gonna go through healthy struggles to grow, you're letting them coast.
Gosh.
That's it. If you kill the value creation drive, then you are robbing your children of the future they could have.
But is it a lack of love if you rob them, but you say, I don't want them to struggle and go through pain. I don't want them to suffer, so I want to take care of them. Which one is more loving?
See, healthy struggles are not the same as trauma. Trauma is neglect, abuse, tough love even. Those are unhealthy struggles.
Like extreme tough love.
Yeah. Healthy struggles are emotional skills that come out of this, relationship skills, business skills, practical skills, financial competencies. These are the outcome of healthy struggles. See, the difference here is a healthy struggle is a struggle that you're with them in. I'm on your team. I'm your coach. I got your back. I'm here to support and love you through this. An unhealthy struggle is where you're like causing the trauma from it. You're either with them in it or you're impressing on these problems. And so the goal here is to have good processes and protect your relationship.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Right.